A question that I get asked a lot is, what do you use for a base coat or primer for a card? And the answer to that is pretty simple. It's just a normal gray acrylic, just white and black. But when you start to get into why I use a base coat, that's a little bit more complex. The first reason is because paint tends to stick better to paint than to bare card. Depending on when a card was printed and where it was printed, they'll be more receptive to paint. But the base coat is always going to help additional layers to stick to the card. The other reason is to try to keep the layers of the card very thin. And what I mean by that is when you have transparent color, it's a lot easier to kind of build up that color and not apply a ton of additional coats if you have something that is neutral underneath. So I can kind of show you an example of that. So if I take a transparent color like red and I try to paint directly on to the bare card, it does an okay job, but if I go over something like text, you can see it's really, really transparent. So if I wanted a solid red, that's gonna require a lot of additional coats to cover that text. But you can already see the base coat is doing a really good job of covering that text for the most part. And when I apply my color on top, I'm gonna need some additional coats, but I have to work a lot less hard to build up that color. And that's why I use a base coat. Hope that helps.